Welcome to Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. My name is CT Dice, and this is another episode of Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is, where basically we'll pick games in soccer, NFL, NBA, and no odds under 2.5. So all positive odds, high risk, high reward. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to do a quick recap. The recaps are going to be quick just because I want to get to the NBA that has a whole lot more games for Friday, November 1, 2024. For today, usually this should take over an hour, but I'm going to break this down into 10 minutes. So I'm going to speak really fast and go through it really fast, and not a lot of thought process, but quick recaps and previews and the picks for the week. For NFL recap, basically, there were 6 games here. Only one did come through. New Orleans at LA Chargers. Chargers comfortably beat the New Orleans Saints, playing with their backup quarterback, Spencer Rattler. That lost 8-26 to the LA Chargers. Derek Carr will be back for the next game against the Carolina Panthers. So the Saints will probably have better quarterback play going forward as well. But the Chargers did win that. The other 4 games didn't come through. Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. Broncos did cover the 8, but did not cover the 18 that we needed, basically allowing a backdoor by the Panthers. Kansas City Chiefs won 27-20 at the LA Raiders. They didn't come through. They won by 7, they didn't win by 20 or more comfortably. Atlanta Falcons won the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 5. They didn't win by the 14 we wanted. Green Bay Packers won the Jacksonville Jaguars. They didn't win by the 2 touchdowns, 14 we needed, and the Jets lost to the New England Patriots as well. Then going to a recap from last week for soccer, all the games didn't come through basically. Most shocking to me was Barcelona going away from home and beating Real Madrid 4-0, but none of the games did come through. That was a negative, basically 10 units, negative 13.4 for soccer. And so that's for soccer. Football is really going very well. We're still at a positive 23.97 for at the NFL, even though we had a week of negative 4 units for the NFL. And now to NBA from last week is the first couple of weeks in the NBA, so testing things out. 2 games, nothing came through. The Detroit Pistons at Cavaliers first half did come through -9, 3.75, 2 units. Total 12 units, 7.51, still negative, 8.5 in total for the NBA. The NBA is new. I'm very confident about the NBA. It's going to go a whole lot better once we start separating the good from the bad teams in the NBA. And now for the picks for the week, I'm going to start from soccer. First game, Manchester United versus Chelsea. Man U is at home. Basically an equal strength game here since Man U is at home. Man U just sacked their manager, Erik ten Hag. I don't like that. I liked when Erik ten Hag was the manager of Manchester United, because I can be certain that they would not actually win anything meaningful. Here I'm going with Chelsea, winning by 2 goals at least, to score up to 4 goals, possibly for 1 unit. Borussia Dortmund versus RB Leipzig. I said this is a high scoring game, but I'm going to narrow it down to the first half, over 2.5 out of 5 for that. And Horsted at home versus Heidenheim. Heidenheim away from home, so they can win by 2 and score multiple goals, as per 2.5, over 2.5 and 3.5 respectively as well. And then we're going to go over to the NFL for the picks for the week. 4 games basically, all 3 favorites and 1 home dog. Cleveland Browns at home as a 1-point underdog. I said they can win comfortably. The LA Chargers here by 8 or more points. The Chargers coming all the way from LA, sunny LA, all the way to Cleveland, Ohio, where I think the weather might be a little colder or rainy, something like that. I think the Browns with Jameis Winston win comfortably. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Jaguars are tanking. Philadelphia Eagles at home win comfortably by over 20. Las Vegas Raiders at the Cincinnati Bengals, same thing. Raiders in disarray. I think the Bengals can come in here, play good defense, and win by 20 or more points. And the New Orleans Saints getting Derek Carr back is the weekly fade the Carolina Panthers and just hammer them all season. Bad team to win by 20 or more, possibly out of 5 as well. We just need basically one of this to come true to have a positive week. And then for the NBA, this is my first major week in the NBA. I'm trying to keep this very fast. This is a little bit longer, so I'm going to take most of the time here in the NBA to break it down a little bit more than usual. Boston Celtics are the Charlotte Hornets. Celtics are 10-point favorites away from home at the Charlotte Hornets. Total over 232 here. I'm saying the Boston Celtics usually play well in the first quarter of a game, score over 34.5 points, 3 units, 3.5, and for the whole game, score 130 points. So I'm saying it's a high scoring game, but I'm backing the Celtics here to do most of the scoring. Chicago Bulls are the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets are favored at home to the Chicago Bulls. I think the wrong team is favored here. I know the Nets have won their last 2 games, but the Chicago Bulls have also been playing well this season. I said the first half, they win by 5, win the full game by over 10. First half team total over 61, and the full game over 120 against the Brooklyn Nets. So everything on the Bulls, different 2 units each, and 3 units for the first half over 61 for the Chicago Bulls away to the Brooklyn Nets. Third game, Orlando Magic at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Orlando Magic are going to basically be missing their star player, Paolo Banchero, for the next 4 to 6 weeks. That affects this line. Magic are a pretty good team, but without their star player for the first game this season, Cleveland Cavaliers at home playing really well. I said they win the first half. Cleveland Cavaliers win the first half by 10 or more points and score over 64 points in the first half for that game. The Magic are a good defensive team, but I think for the first game, they're going to be searching for who is going to be the main scorer on this team. The OKC Thunder, the Portland Trailblazers, the OKC Thunder are 10, 11-point favorites away to the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers are not a good team at all. So I'm going to be looking here at the OKC Thunder to win the first half by 12 more points and to score over 65 points in the first half for that game. The LA Lakers are going to Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are missing 2 of their better players in Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickly basically, and that means that they might actually struggle here to actually keep up the scoring with the LA Lakers. I said the Lakers win by 12 in the first half, 18 the full game, score over 64 in the first half, and score over 128 points in the full game. And then the Indiana Pacers are the New Orleans Pelicans. Pacers are favored by 4.5 away from home. Pelicans are struggling at the moment without about 4 of their major players in DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, CJ McCollum, as well, and Herb Jones missing that game. So I say the Pacers win the first half by 8, full game by 14, score over 64 points in the first half, and score over 124 points for the full game. So the first major week in the NBA is going to go fine. A lot of all these teams are showing now if they are good teams or bad teams, and this is going to be separating up. And these are just for games for November 1, 2024. So that's it. If you put your money for where your mouth is this week, expecting a good week here. I know this is fast. If you want to see the graphics, just pause it. You see the graphics for that. A lot of this is kind of rushed a little bit. It should take over an hour to do this if we're going to break it down. Keeping it kind of under 10 minutes for now while the season keeps going. So for everyone listening, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you think. Think I suck at this? I want to also hear what you think about it. Peace.